Hey everybody, it's Jochen Heiden, and I'm back with the Hellsen versus Heiden campaign. It's January 24th, 1942. Let's get to it. Okay, we grabbed another dot base. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so some bases swapped over in um, Mindanao and in Burma, and that might be an issue. We'll talk more about it when we go around the map. So you saw some activity there at Surabaya. That's my minesweepers going in to deal with that place. No night bombing at all. Moonlight is low. Ooh, what is this? This looks like a mistake. Yeah. I don't know what I just did here, but that was a humongous mistake. I wish I had not. Ugh. That's not good at all. I think I sent in some troops that I wasn't in. Dang it. Yeah, this was a huge mistake. Whatever this is here, I did not intend to unload it this turn. So I just drove a bunch of troops into this hex to get shot up for no reason at all. Ugh. Yeah, it looks like something I had forgotten to call off, is what that is. Waste. Waste of units. Nope, so far no sub activity. That's always a good sign. Cool. So these are my minesweepers at Surabaya, and we are just cleaning up this trash so we can get this port opened up for us. Looks like we're getting quite a bit of mines cleared here. Look at that. Really good. I would love to get this entire minefield taken down this turn. Yes! I think we got them all. That's awesome. Okay, so so far so good. No sub intercepts on us. That's good. And I don't see any other badness happening. So we're getting into the air phase. We're just sighting stuff now. Hmm. Let's see what we get for airstrikes today. Right off the bat, canceled missions. Okay, these are my sweeps going out. Ooh, clear skies over this hex. This is the very important hex here. We need to get some bombs on that. Okay, bombing mission goes into Clonkery. Ooh, nice. So we had heavy cloud, but we managed to get our bombers in. Flak was not much of an issue here, and we hit Clonkery and got a lot of resource hits. That's going to be good for our strat points. Excellent. See, we know he's got Bofor's 40mm guns here due to our research, and we know he can't shoot above 10,000 feet. The bombers come in 10,000 feet. And the sweep comes in after. That's not ideal. Okay, bombing raid on Calcutta. I'm going to go ahead and risk the anti-aircraft here because I've got to soften these guys up. I want to take this base this turn. I'm tired of dealing with it. So I'm going to take the risk. If we lose bombers, we lose bombers, but I got to soften these guys up. So we touch a lot of units here with our bombing. We take a fair amount of flak hits here, but it's just something I have to risk. Had to do it. Okay, this is Java now. I'm bombing these Dutch troops to make sure they don't get away. I don't want them moving anywhere outside of this hex. Alright, guys. That I put on another class for you right now. Got some zeros coming in to strafe up some of these PT boats. And, doesn't look like we're actually hitting any. There we go. That was kind of a letdown. Okay. So the zeros apparently did not do particularly well strafing up these PT boats. Maybe they're just a little too maneuverable. I would have preferred if we'd hit more. And then I got some zeros coming after these guys that have fled from Surabaya. There we go. Alright. So, zeros strafe these leftover ships that fled from Surabaya. It looks like we sank one, one gets away. Bombing these troops to slow them down. Bad weather over the target will make it difficult to actually do much to these. Okay, now I'm bombing the troops in Liuchow because you see how they have a move arrow moving this way? I'm hoping to stop or slow down whatever that unit is trying to leave the hex. Meanwhile, if you look over here, you see that move arrow pointing into the hex. Just as we predicted, he kicked us out of here, and now he's closing this hex side. So if we had not opened up this side over here, we would be trapped once these guys come in. And there's more guys coming in from Kwailan right now. This is a mess. Okay, bombing the crossroads. Hoping to slow down whatever it is that's there. Okay. Another good bombing attack in this hex. Pretty decent hits. The clear sky helping us out a lot. Ah! There it is. There's the B-17s, guys. Yikes. We got that to look forward to. So these are my paratroopers that were in Ragpur. They will be absolutely vaporized by this strike. And now we know where all the B-17s on the map are, including LB-30s. So this is not really good. This is not going to be fun. And with that, this unit is probably completely eradicated. Yikes. Curious. So if we draw a line, my guess these guys came out of Delhi, alright? So he's operating his 4-engine bombers out of Delhi, which is really far, and we can tell it's really far because of these little asterisks. That tells us that he's operating at maximum, at extended range for the B-17Es, and just on the edge of normal range for the B-17Ds. That is not going to be fun to deal with. Clonkery, back there. More resource hits. Excellent. That is what we need right there. Good stuff. All right, AM phase in the books, mostly positive for us. Not so great with the B-17s coming out, but at least we know where they're at, and we know exactly where they're based out of, too. So now we're in the PM phase, and let's see what happens with this. These blue spotting reports down here are not reliable. It looks like we shot down an enemy PBY on a search mission. Canceled missions on Calcutta due to bad weather. But I think we got done what we needed to get done there. Okay, hopefully there we go. I'm sending in more zeros to strafe these PT boats in Palembang. Hopefully we can kill something here. Yeah, we're not really having a lot of luck against these things. Very unimpressed. So apparently zeros aren't any good at killing PT boats. Okay, now we got the zeros coming in on another round on these AMCs that left Surabaya. Probably killed that one. Yeah. Good stuff. Obliterated. Haha. Nice. Alright, so our zeros claim 2 more coastal minesweepers at Semarang. Good stuff. And now we're bombing at Baton. Heavy rain there, not helping us at all. We are getting good supply hits here, though, and that's very important, of course. Okay, so that's the air combat. Mostly okay, aside from the B-17s. Oh, look at this guy. He brought a Dutch sub all the way into Calcutta. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Look at this. That is bold. I'll give him some points for style, man. A Dutch sub into Calcutta with all these ships there. Impressive. I wouldn't have done that. All right. Now we're at time for land combat, and hopefully... Ooh. Guys, hear that? That's a sinking submarine. Huh. All right, guys. If we don't take Calcutta today, I don't know what else to do. This is all I got. This is everything I got. So, let's hope for the best here. Please, please, can we take Calcutta? Let's go. I think we got it. I think we got it.
Hello, all you poor guys and Marines. This is Orphan Ann at Radio Tokyo, bringing you some hot music and another blow to your morale.
Nice.
Today, our High Command announced that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Calcutta.
Nice. Okay, guys, we finally took Calcutta. I can't believe it was that big of a deal. We took it, and this is a major blow to the Allies in India right now. There was so much important stuff in this um, in these units. These are squads that are just hard to replace. So um, this is a big win for us. We took out a lot of troops. A lot of anti-aircraft units were just taken out completely, which makes it better for our aircraft. And our armor can pursue the rest of these guys and slice and dice them up. So Calcutta is ours. We can chase the enemy. It took a long time, but we finally did it. So let's open up the floodgates and get Calcutta operating ASAP. Thank goodness it's over. I can't believe it took so much. Big win for us, though, guys. Look at all these destroyed units and squads. Okay, bombardment attack over here. Not much coming of it. And our daily bombardment at Liuchow. Really nice results here in Liuchow. We are definitely whittling away his AV. This is going down by the day. My guess is the reason that we're not taking very many losses here is because he's starting to run low on supply. Or we're keeping him supply constrained to the point where he can't really deal with it. So, good stuff. And this is us deliberate attacking at Townsville. I have no idea how this is going to go at all. Not good. Did not go good at all, actually. About an even trade here. One thing to note is that this infantry regiment actually did not partake in the battle. So we only had the Recon Regiment and the 84th Naval Guard actually involved here. So next turn we should be able to take him with the regiment's arrival. And this is a shock attack at Lengsa. I have the infantry regiment shock attacking with the rest of these guys in reserve. Wow, that didn't go well either. Wow, that didn't go well at all. Okay, I don't know what happened here, but the enemy just magically got strong again after us beating them up for all this time. And that shock attack did not go well at all. We really just busted up that unit and didn't get much done. So we may have just hit a brick wall here at Lengsa. Alright, this is us just kind of feeling around here. Gotta love it when we get 4-to-1 odds and we don't defeat the enemy and we take more casualties. So we're gonna need a lot more troops here to bust these guys out of here. Allied units wiped out at Port Moresby. Oh, cool. Okay, we got a couple base expansions. From what I'm reading here, the last Allied unit left alive near Port Moresby is now dead. Overall, this was a very good turn for us. Calcutta, we finally got it. I can't believe it. It took 4 days. 4 attacks. Apparently, Comila has a garrison requirement that I was not aware of. Alright, not too bad. I'll take that. Hey guys, look, we got Calcutta. Woo! Finally! Oh my goodness, 4 days it took to take that place. But we got it. Look at it, I circled it, just in case you didn't know where it was at. Okay, let's go through our numbers here. They weren't too bad. So, we start off with aircraft losses for today. 6 for the Allies, 7 for the Japanese. I lost 5 nails to that, but I felt it was necessary to risk it because I had to I had to take that place, and I didn't want to mess around with anything. So we lost 3 to flak, 2 to ops. So be it. He lost 2 bolos, which are B-18s, training aircraft or ASW. Looks like he also lost a B-17D and a Liberator, and these are hard to replace for him. So that's cool with me. Also lost a PBY-5, probably Dutch, shot down from flak. Of those 7 aircraft we lost, 4 had killed pilots. Taking a look at the pilots, let's see what we got here. Any wounded pilots? Nope. Reserve, again, same as yesterday, 2 wounded pilots with no return dates, 3 that have them. In case you're wondering, I'm not drinking any gin and tonic yet. This is iced tea. I'm heading over to a friend's house tonight, and I do intend on drinking some there to celebrate today's turn. They're going to think I'm a nerd if I tell them what I've been doing. Anyway, continuing on. Looking at Army loss points for this turn. Not a good day for Hellsen. 377 Army loss points for Hellsen. That's from Calcutta mostly. 7 for the Japanese. Looking at ship sunk. We took out 3 with their zeros, and 5 were destroyed at Calcutta when we took the base. So, yeah, they were destroyed while being built, or in a process of being built. So, looking at strategic loss points, we had a really good day at Clonkery. Our bombers hit it hard. We gained 176 points from strat bombing. So that's actually a really nice, I'd call that a very good haul. For the turn, we gained 1,157 points, bringing our win ratio up to 2.506. So we went up a lot. The Allies basically stayed stagnant. And yeah, that was a good haul for today. Really good points. Now we'll take a look at Combat Reporter. At sea, we cleared all the mines that are served by us. It looks like, what, 130, 190, 220, 220, about 260 mines at Surabaya, which I think is more than it starts with. So he added mines there, but we swept all of them because I was ready for that. Whenever I'm about to take a base that I know I have mines at, I stack minesweepers up at the adjacent base so we can immediately go into the turn after and sweep it out. So now I've got a harbor fully opened up. I can move all my ships into Surabaya, and there'll be no mines to worry about. So that's some. And then look at this nonsense. He sent a Dutch sub into Calcutta Hex up the river. I don't know what the heck he's trying to do here except like suiciding his sub. I'm going to turn all these guys into ASW task forces, and we're going to kill that thing. That was dumb. On the ground, let's see here. In China, some bombardment. Calcutta. All right, here's the big story. We finally took this place. We lost measly casualties compared to what he lost here. Look at this. 168 squads. These are your assault value here. Non-combat. Guns and vehicles. Guys, this was a huge defeat for the Allies. To lose this many troops in Calcutta. These units could have been used elsewhere. And now they're basically dead. If I were destroyed outright, so I believe it was the fort and most of the AAA, or the anti-aircraft rather, and something else were killed outright. I don't recall from the replay. And the rest retreated into Howrah. This number's not accurate. We're going to chase these guys and kill them in a turn or two. So nothing's getting out of here unscathed. At Langsa, unfortunately, we ran into a bit of a brick wall here. I don't recall these units having that much AV. Apparently they did, so my shock attack was very ill-advised. I shouldn't have done it. And, yeah, we didn't have the odds to make that work. So we're going to have to really slow down, probably bring some reinforcements in here to finish these guys off. I don't recall all these guys before. I don't know where they came from. Liuchow, we did some bombardment, and we're really getting ahead here, but this is going to be short-lived. As I'll show you in a bit, he's bringing reinforcements in. Port Moresby, wiped. So here's what that means. It means that a unit that was sitting out here previously was dying on the vine because they had no supply, and they finally just withered away into nothing and are gone. So whatever that was there is eradicated. And we have no allied threats to Port Moresby from the ground at all. Zero. They're gone. These units at WoW are literally the only two units left in the entire Solomon's area for the Allies, and that's it. I think that's pretty good. And in Townsville, came up a little short today, but I've got more reinforcements coming. I want to kind of wrap this thing up soon because bad stuff is coming up the road, and I don't really want to be there for it when it gets there. Okay, this was my misclick at Calcutta, guys. I found I had two fragments from a couple divisions that I accidentally left behind in Singapore for the 6 divisions in Calcutta. So I sent them on fast transport task forces up to Calcutta area to just recombine with the divisions, but I guess I didn't give them the right orders. And I didn't want them to unload this turn, but they did. And I just basically dumped a bunch of very good, useful squads and devices into a hailstorm of fire and got them all killed. That was a misclick. It was not supposed to happen. I did not intend for that to be the case. That was really stupid. And it cost me a lot of devices. That was dumb. Nothing super exciting on in the air today, other than two things. Our Clonkery strat bombing was pretty successful today. Good hits there, and also this scary crap right here. So this basically represents every single 4-engine bomber that can be moved out of the United States or abroad or now in India. Every single one of them. So we are dealing with basically 70 4-engine bombers in India. And quite honestly, I'm a little nervous about it because these B-17Es are incredibly hard to kill. They will take down 4 fighters for every B-17 you can take out. And now we have to deal with this in India. They're coming out of Delhi. That's probably the only base he can operate out of, especially now that we've killed half his aviation support in Calcutta. But still, anywhere we go, we're going to have to deal with this, and I'm not looking forward to it. So if you have any ideas how I can suppress this, let me know. Because every time we step out to do anything, we can expect to meet this wall of lead. Okay, Sigint. Simmering, I'm not too worried about that. Pago Pago, that's over here. We picked up something at Pago Pago. Doesn't tell us much. Malay, don't really know what to make of that. Okay, that's Soviet Union. Bundaberg, that could be something. So we have Sigint hit at Bundaberg, and that's exactly what I was worried about. So he's moved aircraft up into Bundaberg, which puts it very close to being able to hit Townsville. So we need to be very careful about what that is here and what it's capable of doing. It could be start to bombing us at Townsville soon, and quite honestly, I don't have a lot of aviation support available to do anything about that. So the next stop will be for him to put aviation support and aircraft into Rockhampton, and that's really dangerous. So we have an issue here. We need to be very careful now. The Allies are creeping up. So this is actually a good SIGINT hit for me. It lets me know that aircraft are approaching. And Kauporn, that's in India. Don't know what that is. I don't know. Something's moving there. Alright, ops report. Quickly, we'll go through this. Looking at the intel, good turn for us. We got Cooktown up to size 4 airfield, which is great. That will cause us no restriction to flying there. Rabal, size 7, excellent. And Numea fortifications at size 2. Lastly, if we look at the repairs tab, you'll see that the heavy cruiser Maya has been fully repaired at Nagasaki. This was damaged weeks ago in the Dutch East Indies by a Dornier 24 bombing attack. Really stupid of me. I shouldn't have left it there, but we got that back up. I'm waiting for the battleship, and then I have a job for them. Anyway, continuing on. let's take a look at the map, and we'll start in the Pacific out here. Nothing really happening there. No activity spotted in Northern Pacific. Home islands appear to be clear. China. All right. Not a lot of activity right now in China. A couple things to note. We have these guys heading this way to disrupt the rail line I assume they're trying to get to right here. We have Chinese troops in the rail lines here. And I assume this guy is heading here to cut the rail line. And what that's going to do is disrupt my flow of supply and stuff up and down this area. So what I need to do is at least keep this rail line open for now. That's what he's doing, guys. He's moving to block all my rail lines. It's more of a nuisance than anything else, but I still need to address this. So I'll have to send units out there to deal with this now. In the meantime, with this road open, I am able to send reinforcements all the way. And this is kind of what I'm looking to do right now. I'm going to go around to this side of the road because we hold this side. And I want to take Kunchang. And then that blocks the fuel from Liuchow. We do see that this unit is moving here now to cause disruption. But we'll have units here holding the door open, so that won't be an issue. I am also seeing these guys are all heading down this way towards Chongqing. These guys are also heading towards Chongqing to reinforce because our guys are breaking through this way. And we'll just keep bombing these guys to slow them down every turn. So, bigger issue is the whole Liuchow operation. So I see two issues now. The troops from Kuai-Lin are now moving to block this hex to deny it to us, and the 300 AV that was in this hex here is moving to reinforce Liuchow, which is going to make it very difficult for us to do anything here. So what I'm starting to think is it may be best at this point to abandon this whole Liuchow operation, because we stand getting into the risk of getting overwhelmed here and outnumbered. And I'm not particularly excited about the prospect of that. So I'm really going to have to evaluate this situation here because it's just getting messy. And I was warned about this in my Discord, but I said, you guys are over. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, they do know what they're talking about. I don't. And this whole thing turned into a mess. But that's why we shock attacked across the river here last turn to open this hex site to give these guys a way out if they need it. And I think I might need it soon. So we can always fall back this way towards Nanning and reassess and reevaluate this whole operation and preserve these troops for a better day, for a better opportunity, because this ain't it. I don't think this is it. And let's take a look at that regiment that got blasted last turn. It should be this one. Still dealing with high disruption and fatigue. They're hurt, but they'll just have to repair over time. Okay, let's continue on to Burma area. Slowly creeping forward here. Stopping here. I've got these guys moving towards Tongyi. I've got aviation unit moving towards Magway, but I'm not ready to take it yet. And that's basically it for Burma at this time. So, let's take a look at India now. The good news is we took Calcutta. And the base is pretty much intact. We have a very nice gift from Hellsen. He decided to build up the airfield for us to a size 99. So basically my engineers will finish this off next turn. And I inherit a size 5 airfield in Calcutta. And that's going to make this base more valuable to us and give us more airfield capacity. Thanks a lot, Hellsen. I guess I don't know what the heck he was doing or why he thought that this was a good idea. But he built up a base for us, so thanks a lot. Looking at the damage to the industry, pretty much intact here. Repair shipyard is fully intact. Light industry and heavy industry are only mildly damaged. Resources mildly damaged. So we inherited a base that is capable of generating almost 1,000 supply per turn. That's pretty nice. So that's almost self-sustaining for all of our troops in Calcutta. We don't burn 1,000 supply a day just being there, and that's awesome. The more of these other outlying bases we take as well will contribute resources that will be fed into the heavy industry at Calcutta, and we've got plenty of fuel there. And as we take these bases, the fuel will continue flowing up from Magway, from Rangoon, into Calcutta to keep the heavy industry going. So we inherited a very good base here with minimal damage. And the next step is to shock attack across the river here and take out the remnants of the Calcutta garrison. But of course, as you saw from the turn, we're going to have to deal with B-17s flying out of Delhi, causing issues for us. I have enough fighters here to cover this, but I am just not looking forward to dealing with these B-17s. That is the biggest concern I have for this whole campaign right now in India is the B-17 threat, because I just don't have a good counter for them right now. We don't have the Ki-45 Nicks yet that are good bomber killers. All I have were Zeros and some Pea shooters. And the defensive firepower on a B-17 is 10 times more powerful than what an Oscar can do. So it's just not looking good for us as far as dealing with B-17s. So Hellsen did choose correctly in as much as he brought all of his 4-engine bombers that he could to India. He got that one right. Anyway, looking down, we already talked about the issue at Langsa. We ran into a bit more force than I thought that we would. So this poor regiment here needs to pump their brakes for a bit, and we need to kind of reset and rethink this whole operation. I might need to bring in more troops to bolster these guys to help them down the road, because this is going to delay us taking Medan now, and I really, really wanted it. So, have to figure this one out. Our Zeros tried to hit Palembang ships today, but those PT boats are very elusive. We didn't get any. Philippines, we see that he's still moving towards Apari, but you know what? That's quite all right, because we're done. We're done with the supply loading, and we're done with that shipping engineer regiment. These guys are going to head down to Batangas right now, and that will complete the evacuation of northern Luzon. Everything we need to have in Manila is here. Airfield's already at size 7, heading to size 8. Yeah. So it's just a waiting game, guys. We just need to keep working down the damage at these airfields. As you can see, they're already at 100, so they're fully suppressed. It's just a matter now of bleeding the supply out of them, and that's what we're doing. Okay, so looking here at Mindanao, oddly enough, and I can never put my finger on how this actually happens. This base swapped back to Allies. I don't think he's gonna move this way because there's no road connecting these, and it would take weeks to go this direction, probably at least 2 weeks to move these troops, so there's no benefit to him to go into this clear terrain. But this does allow him the possibility of getting supply in here somehow and keeping these guys afloat, so I do need to get this closed up quickly. So I'm going to send one of these guys to Butuan, and I don't think I want them to go direct. No, we'll give it a day and we'll see what's faster. I think I'll send them in 2 different directions, and whichever one is moving faster, I'll keep that one going and keep the other one back for garrison at Cagayan. So here's something that I didn't talk about before. I landed 2 Naval Guard units at Tanjung Salor, and what the plan is here, so I don't have to deal with the coastal guns at Tarakan, is we're going to march through the swamp and head into Tarakan this way. The only thing that I'm worried about is that this is going to end up being a river crossing. Oh, set all to this op mode. Set all to follow. And I'm not too thrilled about shock attacking into a swamp. So I'll probably need to bring in a battleship task force and blast the crap out of Tarakan the turn that these guys actually cross the river. So I'll have to, I'll do that. I'll have something there to bombard these guys the day that these guys are going to shock attack, right? To give them a fighting chance of taking Tarakan. I don't really care if we destroy Tarakan and level it. For all I care, it's not. I can live without the oil and refineries there. It's not super critical. So I do want to take it out though. So he can't do anything with it. All right. Let's talk about Java real quick. Things are progressing very nicely. We're moving over to Jakarta. Will be their next turn. I do see he has a single unit at Semarang. I have no idea what this is, so I'm going to recon that to get an idea of what we got to work with there. I did leave an armor unit back to attack his troops here on this hex. So this turn, we will go into deliberate attack. That's clear terrain, so I don't even need to bomb them. I'm just going to go ahead and hit them. Destroy these guys, or at least get them close to finishing off, and then we'll continue moving this way. But Java's doing excellent. We have so much aircraft here. He's doomed. Dutch East Indies is fine. I've temporarily suspended the capturing of these little bases. I don't need them at the moment. I'll clean those up later once we get the big stuff. Solomons. This is where that allied unit was destroyed by attrition, so we don't have to worry about any threats to Port Moresby anymore. I finally got my troops into WoW. So I think we're going to wait 2 more turns for these guys to catch up and do a combination shock attack and deliberate attack. Or better yet, maybe we shouldn't. I think what we should do is just do deliberate attack next turn and see what happens. We'll take these guys and future objective to WoW. Give them a fighting chance here. And we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully we can take these guys out. They've got to be out of supply by now. Rabal just went up to size 7 airfield, and we're well on our way to getting up to a size 8. That's the goal there. Now, Australia. We did get our unit into this hex to take this base next turn. My concern here is that if he knows that we're here, his aircraft in Bundaberg and Brisbane are going to bomb us. I don't know if he knows that we're here. We're going to try to take it, but these guys stand a high chance of being evaporated by Allied bombers. And if he does, that means that there's a chance for him to send aircraft and things up towards Cloncurry, which would be a huge problem to me. So, even as it stands now, from Bundaberg to Cloncurry, he could probably just about get his P-40s in here if he wanted to. I don't think he is, because he realizes he has no way of really supporting them. So we need to really get this done quick, because I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to hit Cloncurry without his fighters getting involved here. It's not good. So we got some good hits there today. We need to do a little bit more. I want to go ahead and attack these guys at Townsville and be done with them, and then start retreating back towards Cairns, because I don't think I can hold any of this for long with the forces that I've got committed, with his aircraft creeping towards us. I need to get within the umbrella of Cooktown, because Cooktown we can definitely hold and defend. The rest of the stuff, it's kind of a wash. So I do need to start wrapping this up soonish. I'll go ahead and be honest with you guys now. The whole point of this entire operation from the start was basically to get to the resources at Cloncurry, because there's 800 points there. This was never intended to be a long-term hold. None of this. I only brought in enough forces to buy us some time to get some bombing done at Cloncurry, and we're doing it. But he's already coming this way, right? I already know for a fact he's got armor in that hex right there. Let me clean this up. He's got armor here, and it's coming towards Bowen and quickly. And I really, once we get into Bowen, all bets are off. So we need to expedite this whole operation and get the stuff done. Anyway, that's Australia. South Pacific. Now, what I find here is extremely odd. So I think what we're going to do here is set up a little bit of patrol, because I don't know what he's doing. I fully expected this unit last turn to bombard us at Noumea. He did not do that. I don't know what this is. So it says there's a battleship and an AMC there. I think the battleship is more than likely a heavy cruiser. The AMC is probably another heavy cruiser and a couple escorting destroyers. What he's trying to do with them, I have no idea. I don't currently have anything that can do much to these guys except for maybe the submarine here. I don't know what he's trying to do here. So this could even be bait for all I know. Maybe he's trying to bait us out to attack this guys, and he's got something down here to counterattack with. I don't really know, but I'm gonna watch this closely because it's very suspicious now. I don't really get it. Again, I thought that he was gonna go in here, bombard Noumea, and fall back to Brisbane, right? But he's not. He was here last turn, and now he's here this turn, and I don't know what he's doing. It's weird. I think it's bait. Anyway, that's our turn. We got Calcutta. Now we need to get the ball rolling and get moving here in India. We have a lot of ground to cover here. I would like all of this someday. China, we need to get moving down this way. We need to do something about this Liuchow operation because it's not so great. Um, Philippines is just status quo, just a long grind, run them out of supply. Java's wrapping up nicely. Let's see here. Australia, we need to start coming to a conclusion here soon. And then all these troops can fall back and reinforce the long-term hold, which is the whole Solomons area. And nothing really to report out here in the Central Pacific. So that's everything I got. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming to take a look at this video. I have a Discord. If you're interested in this game, I would love to share it with you and maybe get you involved because this thing's got me hooked. For 2 years straight now, I've been playing this game almost nonstop, and I have no intention of quitting because it's just so fascinating. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend. Hellsen's back on the grind here. Let's get some more turns moving, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.